Good morning. My name is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. In the 90s, there was a series of cartoons where this big old buff guy or this big old fat guy would say, "Aw, ain't that cute?" But it's wrong. If the only way we know how to manage our stress is to try to control every factor in our life, in the short term, that may reduce our experience of stress, but that is not a transcendence of stress. Life, as the first Jurassic Park movie made it very clear, life is chaotic. Life is unpredictable. There's nothing natural about controlling it. It cannot be done sustainably in the long term. Therefore, if we are to be happy, healthy, well-adjusted adults, we must find a set of spiritual tools and become familiar enough with them to be able to cultivate a resiliency. There was a point in my life many decades ago when I was deeply involved in fundamentalism, and I was doing a remarkably bad job of tending to my disabilities and my physical limitations. And so I was spending the majority of my time simply trying not to be an angry asshole, simply not trying to lose my temper. And although it's laudable that I chose not to lose my temper, the fact that it was such a time-consuming struggle was a great red flag. This is me waving a red flag. Such a great red flag that I was either lacking the proper techniques or their mastery, or that my underlying philosophy was completely off. One time my tantra partner said to me, this is in the past, she said, you need everything to be just so. And she was right. And that reflected a complete rigidity and lack of resilience that simply did not work. I was not a happy camper. I was a miserable bastard, and I don't want that for anybody. One of my teachers was from the South, and he said in a charming accent, "Well, there's two kinds of sinners. You got your loud sinners. I'm over here being a loud sinner. Look at me. And I'm a quiet sinner. I'm a very quiet sinner. No noise. I'm sinning. I hear you, loud sinner. In fact, you're part of my problem." And I thought that was remarkably cute the first time I heard that. So we can be an angry asshole without turning red. We can be an angry asshole without making demon face. We can be an angry asshole without cussing people out. That doesn't mean our heart is not raging. And we can be very, very self-controlled in our behavior, sitting on our hands or in our speech. But it doesn't mean our heart is not a powder keg. That is no way to live. Rigidity is the cornerstone of fundamentalism. It does not work. Flexibility is the key to liberalism. It is mentioned directly and indirectly over and over again in Lao Tzu's philosophical treatise, or the Tao Te Ching. But it's also very poetic. So it's philosophical prose, the Tao Te Ching. Resiliency, spontaneity, that is not scattered but centered, is the key to the highest reaches of every spiritual path, whether it's Jewish, Christian, or Islamic, or Hindu, or Buddhist, or Sikh, or Taoist. The highest reaches are centered, resilient, spontaneity, either deliberately attained or accidentally attained as a byproduct. The next video I'm going to release is going to be a guided meditation to deal specifically with anger. For clearly, smashing like the Hulk is inappropriate, and cussing people out like some insult comedian is not acceptable. But burning from the inside out is no way to live. As always, if you have questions, please write them out with great specificity in the comment area below. The Tuesday evening of weekly meditation classes begins April 5th. If you wish to attend in person in the greater Los Angeles area or merely over your webcam for a live webinar class, below the video there's a button that reads Show More. Click that and the links will help you to register. People ask all the time how much I charge. It's simply by donation. Some give nothing, some give as much as they would spend on a yoga class, others give as much as they would spend during a night on the town. What's most important to me is that you show up early, treat your fellow classmates with respect, and after class, do your damn homework. May you and yours be healthy and happy. Bye-bye now.